Hello students, welcome to Snehit Siddhganga City Central English Medium High School. Let's continue with the first chapter, that is Living World.
Fine children, look at the screen. In the last class we have studied about the respire. So living organism need air to breathe, and this is the picture of the plants. The plants breathe through small pores on the leaves, that is called stomata. This green picture is a stomata. So like this small tiny pores will be there on the leaves, and through this stomata the trees, plants breathe. Okay, this is the picture of the stomata. The third characteristics, that living being eat food. So what is the third characteristics? The third characteristics is living being need food. Living being perform many activities daily, such as wood cutting, carrying loads, hunting, etc. To do all these works, living being need energy. They get this energy through food. So what it is given here children? It is given that living being, man and animals, all they do work. Especially in the picture, can you see the person is cutting wood, and here the person is selling something, here the person is hunting, and for this all work we need energy. For energy we need food to eat. In the fourth paragraph, here is the picture of a family. They are eating food. So this food is the third characteristics of the living being. So living being need food to eat. Green plants produce their own food. That is why green plants are called autotrophs. So as man, woman and animals need food, even plants need food to eat. So this is the picture of the plant. Green plants produce their own food. So what it is given? The plants which are in green color, they produce, means they prepare their own food. That's why they are green in color, and that green plants are called autotrophs. Can you see the picture here? The green color plants are called autotrophs. 4 important components needed to produce food by the plants are given. Plants use solar energy, carbon dioxide in air, absorb water, minerals and salt from soil through roots, and prepare food with the help of chlorophyll in leaves. This process is called as photosynthesis. Now we got to know that plants prepare their own food. So how the plants prepare their own food? Which are the components needed for plants to prepare their own food? The components are: plants uses solar energy. The plants need solar energy, means sunlight. Carbon dioxide in air. In air there is carbon dioxide, even oxygen also. But children, we know that plants take in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen, which oxygen is very helpful for human. So human, what they do? They breathe oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. So that oxygen is left by the green plants. So the plants give out oxygen and take in carbon dioxide from the air. And even they need absorb water. They need water. As we keep watering the plants also need water. They take water from the rain, ponds, lake, or we human being water the plants, and from the water they get minerals and salt to the soil, means to the mud, and that soil, that water is absorbed by that minerals and the salt taken by the soil, and from the soil it goes to the root of the plants to prepare their food. So with the help of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is nothing but a green pigmentation which is present in the leaf. So this process of the plant preparing the food is called as photosynthesis. Have you understood, children? So just go through this paragraph. What is photosynthesis? Means the plants preparing their own food is called as photosynthesis. See here, it is a solar energy. I said you, it is the sunlight, and from water going to the soil, from soil it takes minerals and salt to the roots of the plants, and plants prepare their own food. This process is called as photosynthesis. In the preparation of a food by the plant, glucose is produced and oxygen is released. As I told you, plants take in carbon dioxide and breathe out and leave out oxygen. With the oxygen, even glucose is also produced. Okay. In this process of photosynthesis, even oxygen and glucose is present. Let's move next. Drosera, Nephthys, Utricellaria plants depend on insect for their food. These are called insectivorous plants. So, few plants are there which are not green in color. That plants are called insectivorous, because these plants depend on insects. Here is the picture of the insects, and these insects are consumed by these plants. See, Drosera, Nephthys and Utricellaria, these are the plants. These all consumes insects, and these plants are also called insectivorous plants. And before we have studied about the autotrophs of the plants. Now next, okay. Animals do not prepare their own food. They depend on plants and other animals for food. Therefore, animals are called heterotrophs. So, what it is here, children? Here is the picture of animals. Here is the picture of animals. Even human being, we have studied that human being needs food to eat. And plants also prepare their own food. They also need food to survive. Even animals also need animals also need food. So the plants are called autotrophs and the animals are called heterotrophs. Animals do not prepare their own food. The plants will prepare their own food, and we get food from plants and animals, and that animals and plants are consumed, eaten by the human beings. So plants prepare their own food, but animals do not prepare their own food. They depend on plants and other animals. Can you see? Here is the animal eating the plants. So animals depend on plants and other animals. Even the animals, they kill the other animal for food. So animals are called heterotrophs because they depend on plants and other animals for food. Here is the picture that one animal is killing the other animal for food. And here is the animal which is depend on the plants. All animals do not eat the same type of food. Based on the food they eat, the animals are classified as follows. So, we will learn the classification. This plant which is eating, so this animal which is eating the plant is called herbivorous animal, and the animal which is eating the animal is called as carnivorous animal. And one more example it is there, omnivorous. So the heterotrophs animals depends on plants and animals for their food, and here it is classified into 3 types. One is herbivorous animals. Animals that eat only plants and plant products are called herbivorous. Animals which eat other animal for food is called as carnivore, and omnivore means animals that eat both plants and animals are called omnivore. So here is the 3 classification of the animals. Can you see? Look at the picture, you will come to know what is herbivorous, carnivorous and omnivorous. Next is the picture. This is the 4th characteristics of the living world, that is living being grow. Living being grow.
So children, living being grow up to the certain age. Look at the picture. The living being like man, it grow to up to a certain age, from a baby to a child, from a child to a younger adult, from there to the adult and old age. So living being keep growing, and living being grow in animals. They grow like hen lay it egg, then from egg to the chick to the adult hen. In the same way, in the plants, from a seed to a sapling, from a sapling to a small plant, and then grow to a big tree. So children, we come to know that living beings grow, if whether it is a animal or it is a human being or a plant. And animals like cow. Cow, first it will grow, it will give birth to a calf, from a calf then baby calf to the big cow. So children, today we studied about the characteristics of growing, living being grow. And the 2 characteristics we studied, that living being need food to eat, living beings grow. So whether the living beings, like whether it is a man, human being, plants or animals, they need food to eat and they grow. Let's stop here.